One of my favorite parts about having been to Israel now twice, neither one on a paid propaganda tour, but I really wish, is that you can't gaslight me, right? Because I've lived it, because I've seen it, because I've experienced it. Something I highly recommend you go out and do if given the opportunity, because you will not regret it. And you will be astonished at how much propaganda there is about such a small country and how blatantly false it is. I'll give you a few small examples with my own personal experiences, right? What do you hear all the time? Muslims and Christians are oppressed. Could not be further from the truth. Here's a video that I took in Jerusalem where Muslims decided that they were just going to block traffic because their call to prayer had ended. They built up a pretty bad traffic jam, and apparently it happens pretty frequently there. They were at their mosques that they're allowed to have. They were wearing their religious garments, which they're allowed to wear. They were obnoxiously playing their call to prayer just a few minutes earlier, which is so annoying, right? It's so loud, and yet they're able to impede on everybody else with that obnoxious call to prayer. Do that in a Muslim country as a different religion, and let me know how it goes for you if you survive. But yeah, they were totally free, totally able to do whatever the hell they wanted. I myself am Roman Catholic, and I went to go see the most beautiful Christian sites, many of them specifically Catholic. They didn't need any protection because they were totally fine, right? Nobody cared that you were going into these sites. Nobody bothered you. They were in some very predominantly Jewish areas for a lot of them, and nobody cared that you wanted to go see it, right? I wore my crucifix pretty much the entire time I was there, and I was treated with nothing but kindness. People actually went out of their way to help me find the Christian quarters in Jerusalem. The very first time I went to Jerusalem, I went on a Jewish holiday unbeknownst to me, Tish B'Av, and I was very confused, and some very nice Orthodox Jews went out of their way in order to try to explain to me what was going on and what their holiday was about. I was met with nothing but kindness, and I got to see the most stunning sights imaginable. What else do you hear? Oh, Palestinians are severely oppressed. Well, that's just not true. I went to a Palestinian village while I was there, Kfar Qasim, and they live a lot better than a lot of these Jewish people do, to be quite honest. They had full rights. They were able to vote. They were able to own their own businesses. They're able to do everything an Israeli Jew can do, and yet people will sit there and try to gaslight you. I went to an amazing charity over there called Save a Child's Heart, and they actually bring Palestinians in from the West Bank to teach them better medical skills that they could then take back to their own hospitals. This is the type of stuff that they are doing to help Palestinians. On the wall near where October 7th happened, they had a dove for peace, and this is where Hamas had attacked, and they are asking for peace. The last one that I'll share during this time is everybody was going around saying the Gazans are starving, the Gazans are starving. I went right to the border of Gaza, and I saw the food that was sitting there going to waste with my own eyes because the UN was refusing to bring it in and distribute it. It was right there, and I saw it. So no, you can't gaslight me because I know what Israel is, and it's not the bullshit narrative you're pushing.